very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday sharing. So, today is a very serious night because tonight itself we are going to share about a serious topic that is a big issue for many people, even though it's throughout many years. However, during this pandemic, many people have tried ways to find some opportunities or even find ways to turn around, but many people got scammed. So tonight we are very blessed, very honored, or I would say that I'm very thankful to my friend that are willing to be here to stand up and to share with us onto onto his experience. Okay, so before we start, I can see some of our friends here. So yes, please do share because we want to create more awareness. Because um, if you are familiar with the stories and you know the patterns, you know the language, um, it is better because it makes us aware that this could be a possible scam as well because it happens everywhere, every day in our society. So, well, please share before we start in 30 seconds. Please share this post out. Hi, Alex, on behalf of Marcus. Okay, so over here, let me ask you a question first. I can see some friends that we have over here, 15 of 15 of you at the moment. The number is going up. So first questions that we would like to ask you. Do you have any experience before, a scam experience before? Write down your number. Is it 0 or 2 or 3? Please write down and let me see how many of you do have an experience or you are very lucky that you are lucky to be not into this experience. I hope to hear from you. Lots of them save a lot of women out of it too. That's good, Alex. Yeah, so do you have any experience before? 1, 2, 3, roughly write a number so we know that the audience here with us, you mean experience in scamming people? That is, yeah, your experience, whether you scam people before or you being scammed. So I scam them back. Wow, that is good. That's very good. We have a friend here that they scam them back. That is so good. You are fast enough to turn around. More than 20. Hardly fell for it. Know the pattern already. Wow, that's very good. Yeah, so looking at that, we have audience here that is also very quick in recognizing it and able to avoid from that. So today I'm very blessed to be able to invite this person because it needs courage to share with us onto his experience. May I invite him right now to come on board? Hi, our scam victim. Thanks for showing your part of your face and be here with us. Say hi to everyone.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks for having me. Hello, good evening, everyone. Tonight is a special night. I hope you enjoy this evening because it is going to help you and many people out there.
Yes. So our this special scam victim. Um, we just want to talk about this topic is because during this moment of time, many people have try many have tried many ways to sorry my voice.
Careful, careful. Don't show your hand. It's very dangerous. It is risk sometimes. Scammer can recognize your kids. Beware.
Yes. Please go. Yeah. So um so I would like to ask you actually what is your biggest courage to really share about your story with us, with all of us?
It is something that is embarrassing and not something to be proud of. But in our society, if we keep quiet, then this will happen more. I wanted to educate more people so that they will not need to go through what I went through and really feel safer in doing online and offline and know that they are aware and spot the scammer before the scammer spot them. That's the intention.
Yes, that is very, very important because as our conversation a few days ago, we were talking about it, and I told this special guest where because of his experience and his story, it actually have a kind of awareness on my side as well because sometimes they have a lot of creative ideas and ways to trap you. So we found that perhaps with this way we share about the story, so we know that sometimes we never know. And because we are aware and we heard about the story, like I have a few good friends that share with me also their stories, and with that itself, sometimes we also blur a bit, but because of the story that we heard, then we are more aware. So thank you so much to be here to share with us onto your story. So from your story itself, it was happened in last year. So last year seems to be a dramatic year for you. So maybe this is also a good thing, as in because you actually go through the whole thing, and this year becomes a good story to share with others to help others. So would you want to tell us like last year actually what has happened, and yeah, how did it started?
Yes,
Hi,
last year was the
was
year I was supposed to get married. So I was looking to, of course, prepare for my marriage and wedding and wanted to earn more money. Then I have a friend who was very helpful, a person that I have trusted for more than 7, 8 years for his advice and consultation. And he invited me to his office and shared some investment scheme. So he invested in this gold, and I believe it is in China or Hong Kong market where you can buy and you can sell. So when I went to his office with another friend, then he showed us how he invested, and apparently within few days he lost a lot of money. Then he told us that, oh, this is very risky. So he said, this is not suitable for you guys. So we left. After that, 1 month later, he invited us again and say, hey, this time there is one investment scheme which is a lot safer. You only need to start with USD 100. So to us, hey, 400 ringgit, okay lah, very safe, right? So we started. And it's due to trusting the friend. Very quickly, we bank in the money into a local account and was connected to some administrator, and there is a teacher to teach us how to invest. And the interesting thing was when we were connected to these people on WhatsApp, I somehow make a joke because I look at the photo, I'm like, wow, so many pretty girls. So the administrator and the teacher are all pretty girls. Then I said, these pretty girls are most likely it's a man behind lah. I mentioned that, but somehow I still continue, and my friend we just started lah. So it's very easy to make money. where you just bank into a local account and then it will show up in a mobile app. The mobile app was downloaded with a link, and this link was sent to us via WhatsApp. Then after you download, and the funny thing, it has a bank logo, so it's like it's quite weird, right? Bank logo investment. So actually, it's sound very wrong already, but somehow we still proceeded trusting this friend because this friend said he also invested a lot. Then we went in. So first night, it only 15 minutes to maximum 20 minutes in one night where you buy whether it goes up or it's come down. If it goes up, then you put in, let's say, $100, you will receive $90. So $2 is their commission. So it's very easy. So the first night we did it. Then from $100, I don't remember the exact amount, but we triple or quadruple. It's just 3 rounds. One round you buy up, okay, you profit. Second round you buy again up, you profit. We were put into a WhatsApp group where there were about 15 persons. And also initially I find the number a bit weird lah. There are like a series of numbers 011, and all of the numbers are like how all 011 and no photos. Only two or three numbers that have 012 or 16 with some photos, and the photos are also only one photo has a real human, the other one was cartoon. So that's the first stage. So very happy lah. First evening we profited. Then our friend say, hey, we have good news. The teacher said that you are my friend, then we can go to the next level since you already profited. You already double triple investment. The advanced class is 8,000 USD. Advanced, huh? Then we said, oh, 8,000 is a lot of money. We couldn't take so much risk. Then he said, don't worry, don't worry. You can come in with a smaller amount. So, if not mistaken, was about 3,000 plus USD. Somehow that time we had the money, and then very quickly deposited into the account again. It's an individual account, so it's a bit stress as well when this kind of investment, when you are blinded, you will do a lot of silly things, right? So deposited, and after you deposit, then wow, the excitement comes, or really the challenge. The next day, it is daily, so it's very fast. The daily then started to invest again, and you just about 15 minutes to listen for the instruction. You buy going up 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, or 60 seconds. And within a very short period, you will know you make or you lose. So our friend lost money because he clicked and he so-called clicked wrongly. So he lost. And then the other of us, we click and somehow we make money. So from that amount, it went to double. Wow. But at that point, I started to feel something is not right lah, because money came in too easily, too fast. Then it's like, okay, now we have to verify already. Then what we did was we continue for one more evening and ask our friend, hey, is it legit and stuff like that. So our friend say, it's legit, don't worry, don't worry. I know them for some time already. Then we continue. And after the third session, then we tried something. We tried to ask for withdrawal. When we ask for withdrawal, then very quickly we know something is wrong, because first they say, oh, system got problem, so you need to wait. First block is system got problem. It's like, how cannot be, right? Then after that, from system got problem to the next thing was uh, have to wait for over the weekend. And now say, okay, good news, system is up. But this time, you will need to bank in another 3,000 in order to withdraw your profit. Is already more than double. Then, yes,
Mm.
we say, oh, this is confirm a scam case. Then inform, and then along the conversation, and they have many people involved, where they have the teacher to teach you when to buy and when to sell. Then you have another person who is the finance person, earn money, takes care of bank in and bank in and bank in lah. There's never going to be any withdrawal, right? Then there's another person who's like the PR and customer service, where this person will talk to you in a very nice way, very friendly, typing in how are you today? Oh, how are you spending the day? What books do you read? Oh, I do this. So it's very, very friendly tone and like become the friend. Yeah. So after we know, okay, we have made a serious mistake. Yep, yep. So far,
This
that's the side.
this story
Mm.
is like it's unexpected because it's from a friend that you know for over 10 years, right?
About 8 years.
8 years. Yeah. So having a friend that you trust that introduce you, sometimes we really won't be so careful because we trusted the friend already. Yeah. So how
Correct,
many of
correct.
you are
Because
involved basically?
from our group, there were three of us.
Hmm. So three
Three
of you
of
are
us
all good
plus the
friends of
friend.
him. Oh, okay. So is
One was another friend, so two are good friends.
so did they actually realize as well, or was it you that realized first?
We realized something was amiss, and we were talking within ourselves. Initially, two of us, me and my good friend. Then we were wondering the third person whether this person is also part of the team, and we started to suspect because our friend who introduced us seemed to be like losing a lot of money, and he's like still saying, "Okay, okay, don't worry, can withdraw one, can withdraw one." So that is when you will know something is very wrong when you cannot withdraw your money.
Hmm. So today we have
Mm,
a lot of audience here. So many has
mm.
says that yeah is yeah, someone know that this is a real story and always be careful. And we have yeah, there is a kind of check security commission for scam alert as well. And then perhaps sometimes we don't think it's great, but sometimes we thought that investment is okay, what you know. And then it's from our friend. I mean, a lot of our friend introduce us many kinds of investment as well. So yeah, this is a very the borderline is very fine now. You would say that. Mm. So
Yep, yep.
sometimes when we trust, yeah, we have Tracy here saying that, you know, trust can blind us. That is so true because sometimes even we feel that maybe it's not right, but because the trust that we have with our friend, then we tend to go into it easily. So, so yeah. So by saying so, how did it move on from there when you realize?
Oh, the money is one part. I tell you, the emotion part, very 惨 because you cannot focus on your work because it's like betrayal, the sense of betrayal. Then you ask, what have I done to this person? How come the friend is not a friend? And it's very, very shocking when someone that you trusted recommended you and then it's gone and then this person is like, how come like suddenly no news one? And when we wanted to report police, this friend said, no need, don't worry, come, let me introduce you to someone. So we're like, thank you, no thanks. Yeah,
So I believe the emotional part is like cannot believe this can really happen beside us that is quite close to us. And
yeah.
then did you also feel that why did I really put in this investment, or why you didn't notice? I believe you have learned a lot along this journey lah, right? So would you want to share with us
Yes, yes.
the first tip that you have learned that the pinch is so pain that you want to tell? What is it?
Sure, sure. The few things that I want to share. But before that, I want to do one thing. I want water because tears come out very dry so I want to drink water first. Very
Can
thirsty
please drink your water
Ah yeah. This hole too
slowly,
small.
slowly.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah. So if not because of a trusted friend, actually there's almost no chance to fall victim. Why? Because there are so many flags that I already noticed, and I somehow say it out. But because of one trust, and I always share with people if you are not greedy, you are not phony, you are not ignorant, you won't be scare victim. But this time is the fourth thing, which is trusted the wrong person. Yes, so first thing I noticed was red flag where if you see photos whether on social media or on WhatsApp or any of these tools, normally the photo of the contact person is extremely attractive. That means if it's a lady, it is very beautifully done, or if it's a man, then it's very attractive, where the outfit and even the background is super attractive, and the communication skill is extremely good, making you feel extremely comfortable and very good communicator. So first thing is attract photo. The person extremely good looking and also very attractive background. Sometimes it will be, on a yacht or in a jet plane or having a fine dining. This sometimes they like to use strawberry in the photo. I don't know why. Strawberry is like a yeah,
yeah, so the
first flag
picture
lah. I
itself
won't say everyone
help
attractive.
help us to have a better feel and then feel more comfortable and heard from you also that the way they communicate also makes you feel very comfortable like your friend, right? I mean even though these other people
Yeah,
that
very
guide you
understanding.
was not your friend, but it sounds like very friendly. Yeah. So besides that,
Yes.
what are the small little
Mm.
details that would appear?
Next one is because it's investment and now everything is digital. There and being experienced in IT, the first thought was like, but you do not know what the link is about. Really, the link is to download a file called APK, APK, where the ending is something.apk. If it is a proper mobile app or software, it should never be a link. It should be from Apple Store or Google Play Store. Never ever download something from a link that is just sent through WhatsApp. And when you click on it, the bank logo appears. So you'll be funny, right? If it's a bank logo, how come it is sent through a link? So it's already another red flag. And inside the app,
Mm,
there are many buttons. One of the buttons is you want to deposit money, click on it, and then it will send you to a WhatsApp chat. So you know this is a very cheap app, very easily developed, where you click and then go to WhatsApp. Normally, apps should not go to WhatsApp normally, because especially for investment, right? So the important thing is really to verify. And of course, when you verify the people in WhatsApp, you ask, they will say, "Oh, our office is this tower," or they give you a very fancy five-star office in Hong Kong. Then you will like, are you going to call them and check? Even if you call check, maybe the person could also be the right person because they already did their homework. Maybe you can also find on LinkedIn this person. But then again, someone is trying to just be them. So in terms of software, you really need to be, where are you downloading the software? Which website? Very important.
mm. Yeah, this is so important because when we trust someone that share with us, most of the time whatever they share, we are not alert. But knowing that if they
Correct.
want us to download something, having a link is a trigger point that you got to be really careful, because when it comes to money, sometimes you never know what someone is going through as well, or whatever agenda. We also don't know. Sometimes maybe your friend is also victim. You also don't know. So if we see them asking us to download by clicking the link and not from Apple Store or Google Play, then got to be be aware about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a sign. Yep.
I think
Of
sometimes
course,
when
it
they,
won't be 100%.
yeah, just be alert
So
and
the
do
link,
some checking. Yeah.
yep, yep,
Most probably it's best to do some
correct,
checking
correct,
first.
verify.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So I believe the emotion side also, you would experience certain kind of emotion while they are approaching you. Is there a pattern?
Oh, yes, yes. There is a flow of emotion. First is curiosity because you're in the opportunity, right? Then you are excited because it seems like, wow, can whoa, my friend can already do it, whoa. So excitement. Then once it started, it's like feeling successful. Wow, in such a short period, my investment amount doubled. Then after excitement, it's like panicking. It's like, oh no, what happened? It's like you realize that, you woke up already. Eh, then panic. Then next one is regret. Regrets. Why did I do this? And tough is after the stage of regret, there is a sense of betrayal. That one will last very long and a lot of mental and emotional stress because you don't know who to talk to and you receive a lot of messages from the friend and then from the group of people you don't know who to trust and who not to trust, who's in it. Wow, that part, ding dong, that is really really taxing emotionally and mentally. So it really builds
Mm,
your mind. Hopefully you don't have to go through that, but yes, that's the tough part. Mm.
yeah, very true. So that is a
And of course, the
emotion of
final,
like,
mm,
yeah,
after
yeah.
all
So
this now,
basically,
it's
of
like
course,
a thankful lah.
yes, yes. Of course, this after the journey, you are thankful
Mm.
because now you are more aware and you have the experience. But coming back to the emotion part, do they actually create urgency? I think yeah, my previous experience also, I find that they are very good in creating
Mm.
uh, urgency as well. Like doing sales, some people very pushy, some is more chill, but
Yes.
a lot of time people like that. Does it happen in your case as well?
Yep. They are very good in creating urgency at the right timing where they say our investment is every night and they keep upping the level. Means today is this level, tomorrow is next level, the next day after next level. So they will say things like, oh, if you don't go in this level, you don't qualify for. So the fear of losing out and you need to bank in the money now. So it is very rushed. If you are rushed, especially they push you to bank in, then you have to be alert. It's like, why the rush? Then they will tell you, oh, because the price up already. If you don't invest now, you cannot make the money. So that is always the reason for you to push you to quickly bank in the money. Ah,
Yeah, so I find many times the stories from few of my friends always highlight this as well. They will rush you to take action, to push you to deposit the cash or whichever, open your account, give them your account or something like that. So they will very impatient in pushing you to get what they want to get, especially on cash or accounts, right? So we can say that we can
mm.
also identify when people are pushing it too hard. It's good to rethink again. Don't blindly just being pushed and go with the flow. Yeah. Well, so besides that, I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
of course, I believe when we want to decide, sometimes we take time to make a decision. So we will decide as in like uh, there's a urgent there is a temptation of making us feel like yeah lah, why not lah, just invest or whatever. So I believe there's also some kind of
Mm,
attraction that is there, right? Does it happen to
mm,
you as well?
yep, yep. Oh yeah, the biggest pool was trust. You trust that has done the due diligence and invite you because you have developed the relationship, right? You just go for it, and then when the friend says, "Hey, this is very attractive because the risk is not very high," and your friend has already done it, and the rewards. So imagine like how can you get double the amount in 2 nights, one night? It's ridiculous, right? 100%. Unless even gambling also, the risk is you may not get that amount. So it's unbelievably attractive rewards where very high returns in a very, very short period. So this comes to greed. Normally, this is what makes a lot of people fall victim. So for my case is I understand that if it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. But in this scenario, the trust really blinded this part. So
Mm,
there's no such thing as investment where you just put in some money and the next day you get it back. And if you bought the wrong thing and click on the wrong thing, it's gone instantly. So it's like you will lose all your money within like one night.
yeah.
Yep.
So investment and gamble is like side by side as well. So, however, it's always important to go with the legal investment company lah. Yeah. So, well, the attractive
Mm,
part is the part that we have to handle how we feel and our self control as well. Sometimes it's very true as well because it comes from a trusted friend. Then, this time I 中 very lucky this time. So, yeah, so this is also another trigger. It seems like there are a lot of small little triggers. So always watch out, when it comes to things that is shared by someone else, that even though it can be a very good friend, not saying that we don't trust a friend, sometimes it still can be, maybe your friend is also a victim. So when they share with you, if they don't see it,
yeah,
you got to see, and yeah, be careful on that side. So
correct,
how
correct.
is the people that is communicating with you? Do they really handle you like VIPs, or they handle you like friends, or yeah? So just now you say that they will even share some pictures and then they will ask you some questions off and on, right?
Yes, yes. They become like your new best friend where there are few characters. So it's brilliantly done because they have three characters. One person who is the administrator, the admin staff, just process only. Then there's two characters. One is the teacher, the one who said buy or sell, buy or sell. So this is the teacher who is the expert, the most senior person. Then there is a middle person who is the very kind person who seem to always care about you, ask you how are you able to follow what teacher teach. Actually the teacher didn't teach much lah, it's just click this button within how many seconds. So it's like, oh, tomorrow we are going to do this, so they're preparing you for tomorrow, and then I say, oh, when you have earned your money you can go to the next level. So it's brilliantly done, brilliant, where they prepare you very well for your next stage. And they also care about you. It's like, oh, are you eating well? Are you resting well? If you want to be an investor, you need to take care of yourself. Uh, yeah, they show that they very care about you, and we haven't even met them in person. So you just see some photos on WhatsApp. Yeah, on WhatsApp and on the apps where you see funny faces. You don't really see, you have doubts like, who is this? Real or not? You really cannot tell. Huh.
Mm. Have you heard about their
Yep, yep.
sound, their voice as well?
Oh no, you don't get to hear their voice. So they won't do any video call and they won't even do voice. They only type in Chinese. And while they claim that they are from Hong Kong, but the wordings doesn't sound so much from Hong Kong. I'm not sure because Chinese is not my strength, but seems like could also be from China. It's uncertain lah, uncertain. Hmm.
Okay. Wow. So, um, coming to halfway of our questions, there are so many different signs that is showing us. So we have a lot of response from our friends here. So can you rephrase not clear what you're trying to bring across? Are you Alex? Are you saying about the last last point? So the last point that we mentioned is very caring. Yeah, very caring. Before the very caring is on to unbelievable attractive reward. So yes, so this itself you rush into it and then you still feel good about what is coming up. Then you feel okay lah, actually it's worth the investment, and then it's very hard to get this kind of investment. After that they still care for you. Wow, you feel like okay lah, you feel secure already. So these are the flow.
Yeah.
It seems like you plan very well. It's like professional as well, isn't it? So
Yes, yes.
over here, Desmond actually mentioned that there is no in Chinese there is no Jinjai jump on the street, the frog. The Chinese idiom that there's no frog that will simply jump on the street for you lah. So that is also sometimes we got to be very uh, careful about it. We do have a lot of feedback from here. We'll come back later on. So coming back to the questions, besides what you just shared, do they actually ask you for any questions or even ask for your personal information? Do they do that?
In our case, they didn't have to because our friend already know us very well. So our friend actually has a lot of our information. Our friend knows whether we have the funds. Our friend knows our phone number, even our date of birth, and of course, that's about it lah. Everything is well planned, but in general, address, code, we don't have to send any code because it's the different kind of program where we just have to download the software, and they don't ask so much. But some scams that I know, they will find out as much as possible. Of course, the address, they will use the address and let you know that I have your address, or they will say I will send you a code. Please let me know the code on your SMS. And or some also ask about your family members so they know whether you are alone, are you living with someone. So one of the signs is when someone try to ask you something very private, it's like, wow, why do you want to know? I don't need to let you know, for example. Mm.
I
Yep, yep.
believe this apply. I believe this apply to strangers lah when they approach us. Right, one of the awareness that we also have to have, because before you know the person so much. I mean, if people ask about your address and so on, if it comes from a stranger, then we also have to be quite careful. It's quite sad, right? I mean, like sometimes we
Yes,
want to
yes.
trust people, and then we want to build relationship with new friends. But yeah lah, we have to practice wisdom, I believe, huh? Yeah. So
Yes, yes.
yeah. So talking about the individual that has approaches you, like perhaps your friend is also a victim,
Mm.
and then your the other people that ask you for the deposit and so on, do they actually are you able to know who they are, or like are you able to know more about them?
It's very challenging. The identity is not very clear because all they have is WhatsApp number and if not mistaken WeChat as well. So they have WhatsApp and WeChat
Mm,
and they move the conversation to WhatsApp. So all you have is a number, and even if you trace, there are many dummy numbers. So in Malaysia, for you to get some dummy numbers, just buy some SIM cards, and then or you can use an IC from someone from the village who say, okay, you can use my IC to buy whatever. So it is very difficult to know who they are exactly. Very challenging. Yep, yep.
mm. Yeah, so I think the person is also very unclear, right? Very unclear. So, sometimes when we
Yes,
are into a mood already, they just give us the bank account and we just deposit. Am I right? So
correct,
we
correct.
don't really think further. I think with that itself, it's also very hard to identify, isn't it?
Yes, it's very hard. But actually, really, really, if you have a very clear mind, it's very easy in a way. If you
Really?
take away the trust element, it's very easy. It's like, why would I bank in this sum of money to an individual account? Because the account
Ah,
is an individual. It's not even an organization. So all these flags are very uh obvious one. In fact, even said it. I even said, "Aya, these photos this pretty lady's fake one it's guy behind." Then the app, how come this bank cannot be one bank app? You definitely have to go to Google or App Store because it's bank logo, right? Then when I bank in the money again, this bank, this person, how can it be individual? Cannot lah. And then, how come you just invest something, you have the algorithm where you just put in the money, and then within a very short period, you can double your money, and the app is easily manipulated, right? Up, down, you cannot trace. So all these signs are very, very obvious. So it is possible to see when you are not certain elements.
yeah. It's very true. I mean, listening with all this and plus our audience here also with a lot of feedback. There are so many details. That means the lesson we learn also is uh, whoever it is when it comes to money and investment, because it's a sweat, hard earned money. So it's always good for us to double check and
Yeah,
triple check with a lot of financial planner, consultant as well. Better to check with the friends that we trust first. Of course, maybe this trusted friend telling you some third party, right? So it's always important for us to double check, triple check first before you put in your money. Of course, like just now, you also share that it started off with 100 USD, not very big amount.
yes, yes,
Yeah, so sometimes
correct.
we also neglected lah. So yeah, it's good to always double check lah. So with here itself, we can see actually there are a few pattern, and I believe that um you want to really bring this up to show with people how to protect yourself. And are you also collecting? You are coming out with a book, right? And also collecting stories of how to protect yourself. Am I right?
Yes, yes. This incident really inspired me because I believe everything happens for a reason. So after this episode, I have decided to publish a book, and the book is called Condoms for Entrepreneur. Yeah, Condoms for Entrepreneur, because
Condom.
condoms keeps us safe, right? Yes,
Yes,
yes.
protect, prevent.
So, so this book will have collection of stories from personal experience, and also soon invite have gone through the experience. So this can also help a lot of people, especially business owner, where the book will talk about ways you can generate business and earn going to spend. And if you make money, is very, very important. It's equally important how you should not lose your money.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Besides stories about scammer, do you also have other stories that you will put in uh, your book,
Yes, yes.
Condom for
Not just scammers,
Entrepreneur?
but also some. Correct. Some businesses that are big, we as smaller business owners, we need to know how to protect ourselves from scammers, from big bullies, and from various kinds of threat to ourselves personally and to our business. And it's going to be very juicy because my story is just one. Then I'm collecting stories from friends who are more experienced, where the amount is much, much bigger and more intense and even more dramatic. Yep.
Hmm. So with that itself, your intention is to at least to um, share with more people so everyone can prevent, and then they will reduce the chances of trap themselves in such situation and are able to journey in a smoother ride. Yeah. So do
Yes,
you have any special sharing for today if our friends here that have
yes,
come on board with us? Is there any special offer
yes.
or
To
yeah,
thank
please share with
everyone who
us.
tuned in this evening. Yeah, this book is not available yet, but for all the guests here, you are going to be the first group who can pre-order the book for only 49.90. It's called Condoms for Entrepreneurs. And if the bookstore allow this book to be out in their bookstore, then it will be on the bookstore in the bookstores. Otherwise, it will be distributed other channels, which we shall figure out. So now it is time to fund this book so that more people can prevent themselves from being scammed, conned, bullied in the business world, or uh, learn ways to market their business, even though they are just starting and don't have any money. So this is the book that you should really read because everything inside is real life story.
Hmm. Yeah, I read one of your another book that also collection of a lot of real life story and is very touching. So I believe this time with this book itself is even more real life. It's not just drama and then created story, but it's real life. So are you inviting
Yes,
people
yes,
to share story with you as well?
yes, yes, definitely.
Yes. So good. Um, is so today for the first 500, right? For the pre-order, there's a special
Yes,
price offered by our scam victim.
yes, yes. So you can place the order. There's a link where you can place the order. It's tinyurl.com slash
Mm,
CFE pre-order.
yes. So this is only for the
I'm
first
inviting you all to be the
500.
first 500.
Yeah. So if you wish to know more about this story or even share with friends, do put down your comment so we will get back to you later on. So yeah, coming back to our audience. Yeah, plus one. Condom protection. Yes, condom protection prevention. Alex. Yeah, perhaps I also have some stories on this area. So along the journey, most importantly, why we come up with this life itself is it was not supposed to be this topic, but why we come up with this life is because we realized that um, business owners, especially entrepreneurs, for them to sustain during this pandemic is very challenging. So a lot of entrepreneurs, they are not only providing food on the table for themselves, they are providing food for their staff as well. The more staff you have, the more on your shoulder. And the circulation of payment
Responsibility.
and etc. is quite slow now. So it's very, very, very challenging for entrepreneur and actually going through the entrepreneur journey itself. When you go through this stress, at times you might want to find ways to cover or cover your overhead, and there are a lot of entrepreneurs that we know actually throw out all their savings and even borrow, or they find many ways to sustain the business. So of course, because many is also positive, they believe that they can make it through and then they will be able to earn back this sum of money. So with that itself, actually there are a lot of stories. So that is why we said that, yeah, I mean, why not we make this live to create more awareness to people around us. And this story itself is to at least to have the protection for entrepreneur, the condom for entrepreneur, which is aligned with this book itself. So yeah, so if you wish to be a part on contributing your stories as well, you can PM or put in your message here. So we'll also reach out to you. Yeah. So I love story. Do you have coffee? we have one of our friend here that right. So if I know who you are, yeah, we just can contact on that. Okay, so we have come to 11:20, which is to the expected expected time. Sorry. Yeah. So is there anything that you want to add on our scam victim, or is there any special questions that you still want to ask? We'll give you another 2 minutes
I
before we
wish
end.
everyone to Sure. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I wish all of you to have a very sharp and alert mind and always slow down when you're unsure because it's better than you miss a small opportunity than you jump into a big hole. And opportunities there are, make sure you do your due diligence. Don't rush into things. Do your part. Find out from not one party but several, and make sure you are not blinded. Yeah, sometimes we are blinded, right? Whether blinded by emotions or by ego or by a wrongly trusted individual. With that, I wish all of you best of luck and join me in my journey. Condoms for Entrepreneurs. Hopefully, it will be a best selling book again. Hopefully, the bookstores welcome this title. And let's do this together and educate more people because we need to cover the holes where we make money and we need to keep our money rather than losing
Yeah.
it in a very careless way. Yep.
Yes. So invest wisely and with the certified financial advisor. Yeah. So with that itself, thank you so much. We have lots of friends here. Thank you so much again. So if you think that this video is helpful for your friends, do help to share around. You never know because during night time when people ready to sleep, they might scroll through the Facebook post. So perhaps this title might catch them, and at least we help others to have a better prevention. Okay, so thank you very much and good night to all of you. Thank you. Bye bye.